Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. I thought today I would bring you along while I cook dinner. This is a brand new recipe for me, so I just don't know. I'm really sad that I'm not using real gnocchi, but the points were astronomical. One serving with the real gnocchi was 20 points. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's ways to get it down, but so I'm going to try making this with the Trader Joe's cauliflower gnocchi. We'll see what happens. I've tried to make this one time before and it came out horrific. So I got a few tips from Denise over at Dish with D because she makes it. So I'm going to partially cook it in the air fryer first before I add it to the casserole. I don't know, I just took the trays out to switch up, and it really smells cauliflowery. So I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not, but we're gonna give it a try, right? That's all we can do is try. So come and cook dinner with me, and we are making garlic butter gnocchi. I just wanna give you a heads up on this little cook with me. Halfway through, we woke up prematurely from our naps. So it gets noisy, the camera gets knocked down, and yeah. But I was halfway through, I couldn't stop. So I have a lot of little helpers around my feet, and yeah, this time change is killing us. So let's get on with the video. Just wanted to give that little disclaimer. Okay, so in a skillet, I melted 3 tablespoons of butter. Now to reduce the points in this recipe, you can use light butter, I'm sure, but it's not how I do things. So I have 3 tablespoons of real butter in there. And then to that, I'm going to add 2 cups of halved cherry tomatoes. 2 cups is 1 dry pint. And then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of oregano. And then I am going to let these cook over medium heat until the tomatoes start to pop and blister and cook. And I'm just going to stir them occasionally. And while this is cooking, I'm going to start de-stemming my spinach. You need 4 cups of baby spinach. I do not like the stems on it, so I'm just going to sit and pick them all off while this is cooking. Okay, our tomatoes are starting to blister and burst. You can see that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in spinach. We need a total of 4 cups. We're going to add in about 2 cups to start. And we are just going to stir that around until it begins to wilt. Once that is wilted, we're going to add the rest of our spinach in. And cook that until it is all wilted. Okay, so as I'm looking at this, there's not a lot of spinach in there. That is 4 cups of spinach. I am making the executive decision to use the entire package of spinach. It is a 6-ounce package, and I'm going to use the whole thing. So I'm going to add the rest of the spinach in and let that wilt down. And then we'll get started on the next step. So I'm not sure why I get surprised when it cooks down so much, but that's the entire 6-ounce bag, and that is what I'm going to change the recipe on the website to reflect. So now we just need to add in a few more ingredients. We need to add in 1 cup of chicken broth. This is my homemade chicken bone broth. So we're just going to add in 1 cup of that. We're going to add in 1 cup of fat-free half and half. Then we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of dry parsley. This is parsley from my garden that I dried. I don't have any fresh right now because it's not that season. And also a teaspoon of dried basil. We're going to give that a good stir. And then we are slowly going to start adding in 1 ounce of freshly grated Parmesan. And I say slowly because I don't want it to get clumpy. So I'm just going to add in a little bit, sprinkle it in, and stir. Sprinkle it in and stir. And then put the remaining in and stir. Okay, so now we are just going to bring it up to a simmer. You don't want it to boil because you don't want it to break. We're going to bring it up to a simmer, and we're going to let it simmer about 3 minutes, just until it reduces a bit. Okay, it's been going for 3 minutes and the sauce has reduced slightly. Now I'm going to add in 2 packages of the Trader Joe's cauliflower gnocchi that I air fried for 20 minutes at 400 degrees. Guys, this sauce smells so... Can you tell everybody's up from their nap? Way premature. There we go. Now I got yous back. This sauce smells amazing, and I can only imagine how good this would be with real potato gnocchi, but like I said, we're going to use the cauliflower. We'll see. Okay, we're just going to add that in, and we're just going to toss it to coat. And then we're going to pour it all into a baking dish and top it with some mozzarella. So let me get this off the stove, and I'll show you that step. Okay, so we're just going to pour it into our 9x13 baking dish. And I did spray it a little. I don't really think you need to, but I did. And then we are going to take 4 ounces of mozzarella cheese that I just shredded. And we're just going to top it. And then we are going to bake it in the oven for 30 minutes at 350 degrees. So we'll be back when it comes out of the oven. To continue with the theme of a hot mess cook with me, I scooped it out before I showed you what it looked like. I ate it before I showed it to you on my plate. So here it is. It was absolutely delicious. Let me turn you around and we'll talk about it. Honestly, I wasn't going to put this video up because it was such a hot mess between babies knocking over tripods, and you saw I had to put a little note in that there was the garlic in the beginning. I forgot to mention it. It was in there. I wasn't even going to put it up because I know I'm a hot mess and I know I'm real life, but this took it to the nth degree. But I had to because it was so delicious. I was skeptical. I'm like, nope, it's going to just taste like cauliflower. It was so delicious. My only complaint is that the serving's too small. I wanted more, but it's pretty high in points. So I didn't do more. But really, absolutely delicious. I had that nice salad. I had a nice salad on the side, so that definitely helped. And like I said, you can get the points down. You can definitely use a reduced fat light butter. You can use a fat-free or a low-fat cheese. You can probably use less parm, although I don't know if I'd recommend that. It was just delicious. So despite the hot mess, I had to put this up because we really did enjoy it. Now, as far as I know, there's nothing in here that would be 0 points. Hence the reason the points are so high. I keep looking over at it like, yeah, there's nothing in there that would be 0 points. The vegetables, I believe, are 0 points for everyone. And there's enough vegetables in there that you actually gain a point. Between all the spinach and the tomatoes, you gain a point. So that's a good thing. Actually, yeah, you just gain 1. So it's the same for everybody. It is 10 points. And like I said, I bet you could bring it down to 8, which I don't think is bad for a dinner. I mean, my dinners are generally between 8 and 12 points. So yeah, there you have it. There you have it. And I hope you enjoyed laughing at me, with me, during this cook with me. It is what it is, friends. It is what it is. So let me know in the comments below if this looks like something you would like. I'm blown away by the cauliflower gnocchi. I really am. Does not taste like cauliflower at all. Nope. It was a delicious dish. So thanks for watching. If you made it through. Yeah, sorry. I will talk to you guys in my next video.